Crime, punishment, capitalism. Let's talk about it. This is going to be a little longer. Okay. I'm going all the way back, and I'll ping pong back and forth. But let's go way, way back to when we built our first fucking building as a species. We decided that we wanted to start traveling all over these places. We found a spot that had pretty good weather, had good resources, and we decided to settle the fuck down. So let's talk about that. Now, when we were traveling everywhere, hunting and gathering, we understood some pretty basic things. You don't do this, you don't get that. Right? We'll call it punishment reward. You hurt someone in the group, get the fuck out. Punishment. You steal from the group, get the fuck out. If they didn't kill you, punishment. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. It was that easy. Don't pull your weight, get out. Punishment. As a species, we evolved this way. We understood it. It was pretty straightforward. So now we decided that, you know what? All this moving sucks. This is a pretty nice place. Let's settle the fuck down. So we did. We built structures that would last more than just a couple of nights. We settled into places when we noticed that if we took this grain and replanted it and said, you know what, we like this piece better than this piece, and planted this piece, all of a sudden we got a better crop. We also realized that if we don't keep some for the winter, we won't have any of the better crop to plant in the spring to push us through to harvest. We won't have a surplus. We won't have a profit. Pretty straightforward, pretty fucking simple. And those that did not follow the rules were banished, kicked out, killed, whatever. They were punished. Very straightforward, very simple. And if you go even further back, if you go all the way back, punishment, fear of injury was why we are scared of fucking sticks that look like snakes. They freak us out till we realize it's a fucking stick. That's also the reason we don't like rats in general, because those were disease carriers, which means we got sick, which means we died. We'd have enough people to support the community. Sorry, I digressed. So, as a community, we understood some simple things. That we had rules we need to abide by in order for the survival of the group, survival of the species. We also understood that if we did not keep some for next year to replant, we did not stay in the area. We had to go back to this, which was not as profitable as this. I'm talking about wheat. I'll just leave it at wheat. Wheat's believed to be one of the first crops. So, we started doing that. And if you got caught stealing, that's a problem. Because now you've taken away from our surplus, our profit, so we can no longer plant as much next year, which means our yield goes down, which means we're going to struggle to stay profitable, to survive to the next year, to the next year, to the next year. And if those numbers keep going down, then we are no longer viable in this area. We are no longer viable as a species. We cannot stay here. We cannot survive. Now, everybody's like, well, yeah, but it's just a small thing. You only took, we'll say, 2 handfuls of grain. Okay. You took 2 handfuls of grain from the store. 2 handfuls of grain, we'll say, are 400 plants, roughly. Those 400 plants, each one of them will make, we'll say, 100. That's 4,000 plants or seed that you have now taken from the community. Those 4,000 plants will we plant half of them, 2,000. You get the idea. It grows. It's profit. Pretty straightforward. Now let's say we don't punish you for taking those 400 seeds. Mike sees that no one got punished for taking the 400 extra seeds. I'm going to take 400 seeds. John sees that Mike and Bill took 400 seeds apiece. I'm going to take 400 seeds. Get where I'm going here? Now, all those seeds, I think I'm up to like 1,200 seeds right now. Those 1,200 seeds that would have produced 100 more seeds individually are now gone. I'm not even going to try to do the fucking math. So our storage, our viability to remain profitable so that we can survive through the next couple of winters diminishes drastically. We can survive a couple of years because we have enough stores. However, at some point, we have to make a decision. Either A, we punish those that are taking, or B, we move and leave them behind. We do it. We say, if you come, I'll kill you. Because I can't have you doing what you're doing because you're fucking me up. You're fucking up all of these people. These 100 other people are getting screwed by you taking things that I need to survive the winter. Or we need as a society to survive the winter. That's pretty fucking straightforward, right? So let's fast forward to some capitalism. Because if you take capitalism at its very basic form, that's your pop. That's it, right there. Because those extra seeds that you can go, you know what? We can get rid of those. That guy over there has got a bumper crop of goats. I can give him a couple of handfuls of good seed that I can show how much more it produces than what he's producing. He'll give me a goat. Maybe he'll give me 2 goats, a male and a female. Then I can make more goats. I'm profitable. But when you start taking away those pieces, all of a sudden my profit margin goes down. My profit margin goes down. My survivability goes down. I have a choice. Stay or move. Because if I'm not profitable, I can no longer replace the seed that is lost. If I'm no longer profitable, I can no longer survive in this area. That's why punishing the guy taking the 400 seeds, which was a small part of the whole, was important. Because then this guy sees that nothing happened. They decide to take it. Now you are always going to have a couple of people that are like, they got too much. I'll take some. Okay. They're either going to move or they're going to die. The business will not survive. The community will not make it. It is straightforward. It is simple. It is not hard to understand. And why people can't see it, understand it, I don't know. Crime has to have punishment. The reward is getting to do what you want to do in society as a whole. Having your community have the grains and the storage to survive to the next year. Without having to scamper off and try to raid another community that's probably a little bit harder of a target. Because they understand that, fuck no. That's my shit. You're coming to my house, my community, trying to destroy the stuff I have worked so hard to get. You fucked your shit up. Sorry. That's how communities survived and died. It's not hard to understand. It goes all the way back to prehistory. Capitalism was, whether we like it or not, one of the first things ever invented by man. Just slightly behind fire.